Hi everyone, in today's tactics video I'm going to check out the units of the Astra Cartographica, aka Rogue Traders, to see if they can help Astra Militarum on the tabletop in 9th edition. This will be a quick video as there's only 2 units to choose from. Starting with the basics, the first unit, the Voidsmen, are defined as elite, so no obsec, and the main character, the Rogue Trader, is also a character. They both have the Agents of the Imperium rule, so you can take one of either of them in your army list, which also means you can't take any others, so no Assassins or Inquisitors. You can of course take them in a separate Vanguard detachment, but we'll cover that later. So the Voidsmen are 8 points each, fielded in a squad size of between 5 to 10, including the Void Master, and for every 5 models, one can be equipped with a rotor cannon, so a point cost of 40 for 5 or 50 if taking the rotor cannon as well. Model wise, your best bet would be to buy the Kill Team Listian Starstriders kit, which gives you 5 Voidsmen with 1 rotor cannon, a Rogue Trader, some other models, and also a Doggo, correctly referred to as a Canid. Recommended retail price is £35, which isn't hideous for GW pricing, considering a 10-man box of Cadians is £30. You could of course kit bash your own, combining some Cadian bodies with bits from say Amble Industries or a Necromunda kit. Looking at the stats, they look a lot like Scions with Blizzard Skill 3+ and a 4+ save. That is however where the similarity ends, given their weapon options are very limited. The boss has got a fancy shotgun, whilst the Voidsmen have las guns and las pistols. The rotor cannon is pretty meh with a 24-inch range, heavy 4 strength, 6 AP -1 and 1 damage, but a cool option is the Doggo, which costs 5 points and can inflict up to 3 mortal wounds at an enemy unit within engagement range of this unit when it's chosen to fight. They also get a +1 to hit in the fight phase if they are fighting within a terrain piece, which is neat. However, given the bulk of the damage output is strength 3 AP 0. My guess is in the current meta, they'll be doing little to no damage. Stratagem wise, you can for 1 CP fire all weapons at enemy units with engagement range, and for another CP you can inflict a -1 to hit on a unit within 6 inches in the shooting phase. Nothing there is really boosting them a lot, so where does this put them? I'd probably say unfortunately right in the don't bother basket. So just to find that with our 8th edition codex, the only real thing keeping us somewhat competitive is our secondary objectives of boots on the ground in a flexible command. Given Voidsmen clearly aren't Astra Militarum units, they can't contribute to boots on the ground, but weirdly they can contribute to a flexible command, in the sense they don't need to be near an Astra Militarum officer to score this this secondary objective. One positive for them is at 40 points they could serve as an alternative when list building, if you are stuck trying to allocate the 40 remaining points somewhere in your army list. To be honest though, this is probably more of an opportunity for high cost elite armies with a few low cost units, but not really for Guard where we've got a smorgasbord of cheap unit choices. I think their critical gap is not in OBSEC, which could make them somewhat more viable option. So unfortunately not looking good for the Voidsmen. And now onto the star of the show, the Cartographica Rogue Trader. Model wise, there are some options in the Kill Team box, but I just kit bash one to be honest. More fun and save you spending £35 and potentially having 9 other models you rarely ever use. So this model sets you back 60 points and is near identical core stats to a company commander, but with an extra wound and a 4+ save. War gear wise is actually rather complicated, with 3 set loadouts. The digital laser loadout has also a household pistol, monolecular cane rapier, a concealed RTO tech weapon, and can use concussion grenades, has a 4+ invul save, and can reroll or hits of 1. This is quite a solid loadout, with just a hit being required from the digital laser to inflict a single mortal wound, whilst a concealed weapon, once per game, can inflict up to 3 mortal wounds. The household pistol gets out a decent strength and AP shot, whilst the rapier is doing 6 attacks. The Negotiator loadout is firing 6 Strength 5 AP-2 shots, has 3 Strength 6 AP-2 1 damage melee attacks, and can for 1 CP use the Artiotech grenade stratagem, which could deliver a very tasty maximum 6 mortal wounds. It also has a 5+ invul save, and lastly can buff nearby Voidsmen, ignoring the benefits of enemy cover and targeting them. Another decent set of output that will do decent work against most infantry units. And the last loadout is a Heirloom pistol, which is the weakest of all the pistols. It also has a Cork Blade, which is D3 additional attacks, can use the Artiotech grenade stratagem, has the Concealed Weapon, 4+ invul save, and can reroll hit rolls of 1. I feel this last loadout is the weakest, with the digital laser probably being the strongest, delivering a mortal wound, 4+ invul save, with reroll hits of 1. It's also probably equal to the Negotiator pistol loadout, getting plenty of shots out and able to put up a decent fight in melee. Minor point is that the nearby Voidsmen can also use leadership of the Rogue Trader, which is leadership 9, so always pretty handy. There is a further 1 CP stratagem, which allows them to take a single Warlord trait. There are 3, with the first being essentially Grand Strategist for any stratagems used by Rogue Traders or Voidsmen, so pretty limited in application. The second gives nearby Voidsmen OPSEC and allows them to perform actions and still shoot, which could be powerful in the right circumstances. And the last is probably the pick of the bunch, allowing the Rogue Trader to reroll all melee attacks, with rune rolls of 6 inflicting a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. So the snapshot of the Rogue Trader is they could pack a decent punch, being a relatively threatening short-ranged threat. Compared to the Assassins, I'd say they're more employable, being 40 points cheaper, and able to dish out relatively reliable mortal wounds. Against Inquisitors, being usually pretty solid psychers, I do think they are inferior in my opinion. Basis of this is that an Inquisitor can interact in several elements of the game, being psychic secondaries, casting and denying psychic attempts, and dealing decent wounds in the fight phase. A Rogue Trader can only really kill things, which is obviously very important, but in a world of being the only army without a 9th edition codex, you need every army unit choice to be working across all tactical aspects as possible. That all being said, 60 points isn't a huge investment, and if you do in space in your lists, they can make a welcome addition, offering a decent countercharge option, with mortal wounds being nothing to scoff at all. So final thought is a prospect of a Vanguard detachment with a Rogue Trader and 3 Voidmen squads. Taking the Privateer Warlord trait, and you'd have 15 OBSEC troops able to perform actions and still shoot. I can see this being used to contest an outlying objective, and given they don't interact with Inflexible Command, the rest of your army can focus elsewhere. However, in the world of reduced command points, this would cost you a whopping 4 command points, so basically shutting off this opportunity. So yep, can a Rogue Trader help Astra Militarum? I'd say yes, but probably not as much as an Inquisitor can. So what do you think? And have you had any success with a Rogue Trader in your Astra Militarum army list? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you want to support my channel, you can leave a like, comment, or subscribe, or join my Patreon platoon. Patreon platoon, sound off. Tank Commander Glenn, Tank Commander Mitchell, Tank Commander Watchdog Van Etten, Colour Sergeant DuPont, Sergeants Adal, Gilliam, the Colonel Merrill, Veterans Gibson, Hall, Lundeen, Guardsman Beard, Flint, Hills, Malik, Nitton, Nguyen, Smith, Tom, Tompkin, Conscript England.